Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS and the inventor of the CTKS Method and BORSOG trading. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently up 0.61% to 22,596. Ethereum is up 3.36% to 1601. We look through the crypto market sectors each and every day. This is all a part of BORSOG trading, which has one intention, and that is to get you to synchronize in with market movements. We do that by placing coffee money trades, and it actually trains you to move inside and within the market's actual movements, not in what we think the market should do, but what the market actually is doing. There's a lot of people who analyze the news each and every day, and they make decisions based on this news and not on what the market is actually doing. If you've ever heard or been in the situation of saying, the market shouldn't do that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The market moves as the market moves. We just have to move with it. And that's why we go through all of these sectors each and every day. There are always opportunities in the crypto market, and look at audio, it's gone bananas. This is very valuable information to refer back to at some point in the future. Thank you for tuning in. I love sharing this time together. The crypto market is incredibly volatile, so we use the CTKS creed, which primes us for profitability in the crypto market. This is what we say to ourselves each and every day. It just gets our thinking correct. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities and life reset daily. I am worthy. I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with BORSOG. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. Looking at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, yesterday it was 31, today it's 30. What does this actually signify? What we've seen is a reduction in Bitcoin's price, which has increased the fear. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index goes like this. Very, very high levels of fear push the index down to really, really low levels, and very, very high levels of optimism push price and the index up to very high levels. We can see that we're currently at 30. Bitcoin is currently trading at 22,477, and we can see this resistance line has been a major pain for Bitcoin to get through. It's not had a lot of success, but it's actually being upheld by this support line coming in at around 22,235. So we've got resistance above around 22,673 and support below at say 22,205. Just keep those numbers in mind. And when we look at the longs and the shorts, the longs are coming out of the market. The shorts had a bit of a kick up, but they're also coming out of the market. What does this show? It shows a lack of confidence on both the short and the long side. The market is at a bit of a turning point at the moment. Turning to liquidations, over the past 24 hours, 155.66 million in liquidations has occurred across nearly 42,000 positions. And when we look at the number or the total liquidations, we see about 58% short over the past 24 hours. Past 12 hours, it's gone the other way, about 51% long. What about the past 4 hours? About 51% short. What about the past hour? 82% long. This confirms our proposition that we saw earlier. The longs and the shorts are just whacking each other. Nobody's quite sure who's winning the race at the moment. But if we look on a daily basis, we can see the shorts are dominating across the longs just in the past day. And we can see the day before it was the other way around. And this is what always happens with leverage trading. The shorts and the longs are always whacking each other over the head and liquidating each other. It's like a game of laser tag. Let's have a look at the greatest gainers and losers over the past 24 hours. And we can see the global crypto market cap is currently 1.04 trillion, up 0.52% on yesterday. The greatest gainers are Bitcoin Cash up 6.42%, Synthetics up a little over 5%, Uni up a little over 5% too, HBAR up a 4.22%, Litecoin 3.36% up, and Chainlink 2.94% up. Going the other way, we can see Ape, the greatest loser, 5.35% down, HT 5% down, Axie about 4% down, XEM 3.6% down, Kusama 3.43% down, and Terra Classic USD 3.18% down. Across the past couple of days, I've been calling out this particular pattern, and it's important because we're borsogging. We're moving in alignment with the market. There's always waves up and waves down, waves up and waves down, waves up and down and up and down, and you get the idea. Price is always moving in a wave. That's rule 4. But there's something important about this chart, and that's why we've been talking about it for a couple of days. If we look at this first initial pullback from this particular point, we can see that price has been having a bit of trouble getting above that first pullback. And admittedly, we got a second pullback, and price is also down below that pullback. This indicates weakness inside the crypto market. Now the question is, you can see I already drew my little boxes just a while ago, and Bitcoin has done Bitcoin things and decided to come down. What I was going to say to you, I want you to do active learning all the time. You need to do it in crypto. Crypto just moves so quickly. You need to be able to look at a chart and gain a fair understanding and comprehension as to where things are going. What happens when we lose a support line and it becomes resistance? We go down to the next support line, be it a horizontal support line or be it a diagonal support line. So we need to keep that in mind. Now, of course, Bitcoin is explosive and implosive by nature. You can see the explosiveness here, and also the implosiveness also occurs all the time. It can sell down very quickly, but it can repair very quickly as well. I want you to think about the scenario. What if we come down and basically test 20,000? What is your particular ANF strategy? Oh, what's an ANF strategy, you say? Your ANF strategy is like a traffic light. What are you going to do? Don't think about what will happen if it goes for you. Think about that last. What are you going to do if price moves against you, goes nowhere, or moves in your direction, goes for you? Remember, you control the trade, but the market controls the return. Do you have your strategy planned if Bitcoin, for example, was to come down to 20,000? Or for example, if it was to come up to say 24,177, do you have these dual strategies? And what about if it just went flat right now? Do you have that strategy? Of course, if it goes for you, we're pretty happy about that. That's why it's for you. And whatever direction you're playing the market, be the long side or the downside. But the concept is, what if it goes against you? That's what you want to actually pay a lot of attention to. And what do we notice here? 0.11, this peak, 0.17, this peak, 0.21, this peak. What is that telling you through active learning? And of course, 0.19 is quite important as well. Please let me know in the comments. It's all about your active learning. And I was so incredibly proud and so delighted to read everybody's comments in the comments section on yesterday's video. Such wisdom is being shared inside our beloved global family. Hopefully this gives you a better view of this current price action. I think it's very important to understand the dynamics. Now, what do the options market, what are the options market participants actually saying about price? Where do they think it's going? The options market is predicting that Bitcoin's price will be about 22,500 max pain level and 23,000 the day after. So the options market is actually, if you like, putting in a concept that prices are seeking to go higher. Max pain is the point where the majority of call and put options expire worthless. From Max Payne, do we say, this is a perfect indicator, I know it's going up, so I'm all in and more, I'm going to borrow, I'm going to leverage, I'm going to do everything and go all in? No, it's not a perfect indicator. Sometimes it is actually overestimating, and we get these red areas where we need to adjust the price down, because what actually happens, Max Payne moves with price. Max Payne does not create price. It's the other way around. And why is that? Because option holders are consistently and continuously changing their positions, just like traders and investors continuously change their positions. It's the same thing, really. Right now, I believe the best thing that we can do is just understand that we're in a BORSOG market. Don't worry about bull and bear. Don't worry about the news. Just look at what the price action is telling you. The price action is saying to us that things are getting weaker, and until they get stronger, we should pay attention to what the market is telling us. If we just disregard the market, we do it at our own profitability's peril. We know Rule 4, price moves in waves, so even if price comes down, it's no problem to us. If price goes up, that's no problem to us either. We just have to have the sensory acuity or the perception of what the market is actually telling us, not overlay our subjective thoughts on the market. Just be objective. Step back and say, what is the market telling me? And throw all the news in the bin. All the concepts of Fed rate hikes and this and that, inflation, they're all narratives. With BORSOG, we just get in and out. We take advantage of the upward movements and we just wait for the downward movements to consolidate. We're not just buying on red mindlessly. We need to actually have the skill and have the experience to know what buying on red actually means when things are turning around, and if they're getting weaker or not. These are very, very important things to keep on your radar. A lot of people say they bought the dip and it kept on dipping. What we can see in this particular case, when price couldn't make it above this particular resistance line, which was in play for quite a few days. In fact, at that time, it was in play for about 8 days and 22 hours. It fell down. Where did it fall down to? The next level of support that was in place for 4 days and 18 hours. This is the power of the CTKS method. It's specifically designed to capture exponential price action. And what did we see then? It couldn't really hold that. It made a valiant attempt to get back up to this resistance line and absolutely failed and sold down again. Sold down to where? A support level that caught it and shot it back up. We had a crossing of resistance here, which caused this big institutional candle to spike up, but we couldn't get above this 11 to 21 line. So just bear this in mind. What the crypto market is telling us, it's saying, hey, guys and gals, I'm weak. I'm not doing too well. I'm a little bit weak here. I need a break. And if you're new to the channel, a very, very warm welcome. And you're probably thinking, Ken, what are you talking about Bitcoin for? I want to go and see my beloved alt. I just want to see my alt. Actually, you're looking at it, and I'll prove it to you. We know from Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. Let's pretend that your beloved alt was Ethereum. What can we see here? This is Bitcoin, and this blue line across all the charts is Bitcoin's gravity. And what do we see with Ethereum? Ethereum sold down with Bitcoin, bounced with Bitcoin, came up with Bitcoin, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, and we're seeing a slight divergence here, which is good. But if we actually were to zoom in on this, for example, like this, we would see Bitcoin's gravity is absolute. Ethereum cannot escape Bitcoin's gravity, and so too it is with every other crypto. And when I say escape, I don't mean temporarily. It can temporarily escape, but it can't continuously escape. It can't break that gravity. That's why I was saying, when you look at Bitcoin, you are looking at your beloved alts. And this is exactly why we need to pay so much attention to Bitcoin. What about Binance Coin? It's just like Ethereum. It's stronger, but it's moving in directional alignment with Bitcoin. What about XRP? Same, moving in a directional alignment, directional correlation with Bitcoin. What about ADA? ADA was starting to party, but of course, Bitcoin had to come and ruin the party. Ah, naughty Bitcoin. What about Solana? You can see Sol is moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity, but coming down harder. Sol was very, very powerful recently, but it also goes the other way, powerful to the upside and powerful to the downside. What about Doge? You can see it's moving in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. DOT moving in alignment as well. I believe the most important question you can answer right now is, what is your ANF strategy? If you're an investor and you wish to hodl, that is an answer. But you must also be aware that if we get negative price momentum, that will impact your portfolio. If that is the case and you're prepared for that, that's not a problem. If it goes up and you're hodling, that's fantastic. And of course, that's what we want. Our channel and community is all about being more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. We want everybody to succeed. The only one who can press the buy or sell is you. So from that perspective, it's really important that you know what you will do if price goes down, goes up, or goes sideways. We're seeing a lot of weakness in Bitcoin at the moment, and that's not surprising. There's a lot of news out there which is not good, but we've seen many times when the news was absolutely horrendous and the markets just rallied. They said, "Pff, I don't care what you're saying, I'm going to rally." And this is what you need to keep in mind. That's why crypto technical analysts scientifically track investor attention, and investor attention is measured through reality. What is reality? It's price, not future promises. So we keep our eye on the market. We mark up our charts with the CTKS method. We look for outside trends. We look back inside, knowing that opportunities reset daily, enhancing our pattern recognition. Each and every crypto has a unique personality. We seek to understand those better. But before we buy or sell, we actually must master emotional control. It's incredibly easy to spot people that don't have emotional mastery, and it's hard to get. So, of course, it's difficult to get there. But the concept is, those people are always angry. They're always lashing out, always blaming. And that's why the CTKS creed is really important. I am dedicated and committed. What to? To learning. I win or learn and never blame. If you find yourself blaming, you're actually disempowering your profitability. If you find yourself getting into zone 1 and zone 2 behavior, please remember this particular quote: to live fully. That is, to live fully, to be happy. Take your story of pain, loss, and grief and bin it. Literally put it in the bin. Throw it out with the rubbish, because it is ultimately rubbish in your own life. We all go through pain. We all go through loss. We all go through grief. You don't want to let that pain, that loss and grief bury you. Instead, bury it. That is being strong. That is having courage and honor. The point is, why do we do this? Why do we need to bury those painful stories of grief and loss and pain? Because the crypto market doesn't know us, and it never will. No financial market will never know who you are, your stories. And if your stories stop you taking advantage of opportunities, you can't blame the crypto market or any other market for that. And that's a hard lesson to learn, and it's all part of maturity. It's hard to grow up, it's hard to mature, but if you're not mature, the crypto market will take your money. That is, if you see the difficulty in every opportunity, the market will relentlessly take your money and give it to those who see the opportunity in every difficulty. You want to see the opportunities, but you want to do that with intelligence, experience, and of course, knowledge. Please let me know your thoughts. What do you think will happen from here? Where do you think 0.22 will end up? That's going to be a low of some sort. Do you think it will be hammered in at this support line around 22 230? Or do you think it may be lower down at 21.5 or potentially 21 or 20? And that's just over the next 24 hours. And do you have your strategy mapped out? Don't let the crypto market catch you off guard. Just keep on telling yourself, the crypto market opportunities reset daily, just like in life, because they do. If you want to be very successful in life, and especially if you want to be successful in the crypto market, having real wealth and positive excellence foundations is absolutely mandatory. Without these foundations, fear will overtake your logic. And when fear overtakes logic, you'll buy when you should sell, and you'll sell when you should buy. Seeing red inside the market is absolutely no problem whatsoever. When things get overheated, it's important that they chill out a bit and reset. Of course, we don't want things to chill out too much, but we always have to be ready in the event that they do. That's exactly why we BORSOG. BORSOG is not dollar cost averaging, it's in and out. It's spotting opportunities inside the crypto market, and we know they're there every single day. It will take time to do this because everybody has their own personal style. And we know all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell. Therefore, learning to trade can be incredibly profitable, and you don't have to put all your money into it. You can just use coffee money. Just put a small percentage of your investment portfolio to teach you how to time the market. It's an incredibly powerful thing and a skill every single investor should have. And with investing and trading, we know that psychology determines profitability. It's very, very important to be aware of that particular factor. How you feel, your emotions. If you can control them, you're going to do really well. If you can't control them, they will control you, and fear will have the reins, not you. All professional investors and traders have learned to burn fear out of their psyches. That's certainly not an easy thing to do, but it's really, really important, and it will give you a much, much more beautiful life, and that's what it's all about. Happiness is the goal. Thank you to all the people who reached out and expressed interest in the partial scholarship. I'll be getting back to people who directly message me on Twitter in the next couple of days. I just want to say thank you for all reaching out. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.